I got one of these. Decided to put one of these in. Your Redarc BCDCN1225 charger, 25 amp. Got it mounted in the back of the ute against the door. I did not remember when I was looking at it. I thought it would have been waterproof, but in a way it's not waterproof. You can't put it in engine bay. But so this one has vehicle input and solar. It's the BCDCN1225. It's made in Australia, the company's in Australia, it's made in Australia, Australian owned and made. Why did I went for this? One, supporting Australian jobs. Number two, it has the inbuilt car and solar. So also when I'm travelling along the highway for in town, it will prioritise solar instead of the alternator. We'll only use certain amount of amperage from the alternator and rest will be solar. So therefore will be less strain on my alternator. Yes, it's a built-in MPPT solar regulator. It's 12 to 24 volts. You can use it on standard and smart alternators. But the thing is, when people install these, you've got to be careful of the solar panel you use, and it's not about the wattage. This can go up to 375 or 354 watts solar panels, but that's okay. But you got to check the what voltage it is. It's got to be no more than 22 volts, and it's got to be more than 15 volts, 15 and upwards. So if you go more than 22 volts, you wonder that's where your your charger melts itself, and not many people know about that. I was told this by a guy who installed these in caravans as well. I was told don't go for one of these because it doesn't charge the battery as good, but I went for it anyways because it has to prioritise solar over the alternator. But at that moment I'm loving it. I only installed it yesterday. It was a bit of a pain in the arse doing it yesterday. On my own, took me 4 hours because I had to go from the front of the ute through the firewall under the cabin down the side, and had to rip the old wiring out from the old battery isolator as well. Removed the old XTM MPPT 20 amp. This will charge my battery up in like 2.5 hours of driving. So yeah, it's AGM, gel, calcium and lithium, Life PO4. I got AGM, it's good. Be good if they had a kit that was all plug and play with Anderson plugs, instead of just wiring and crimping. I think Redarc should have look in that bit more in the future. Plug and play kits. So well, I went to BCF yesterday. One of the guys suggested using Anderson plugs and plug them in that way from the solar panel into and crimp the plugs from the Anderson plugs, put it back in and clip them that way. But yeah, that's what I did and how I hooked it up. I had to buy a 40 amp fuse kit, which is recommended for these 40 amps, no more. So yeah, but this is only just a short video of it. I'll show you what it does, looks like. So it's down in there. Might not be able to see it because you see it with the red lights on. I've got it mounted up against this drawer so the heat distribute will be you know, distributed that way. Any faults with it yet? I haven't had any faults with it for the last 24 hours. I noticed when it's not charging, the little red LED light just flickers, flashes on and off. That means it's not charging. But when I look at it and you're looking down, you think that you have two LED lights on, which is confusing because you're thinking, oh, it's charged with two batteries, but it's not. So yes, it was a bit of a pain in the ass to get it in. However, that 4 hours of time is worth it, because not only that, I had to take that out, climb up and down on this several times, had to get up the back where there's a small gap, get everything out and do it that way, which was a pain in the butt. Real pain in the ass it was. I do keep the instructions on me. So this is the model BCDCN1225. I do keep those. People saying, why do you keep the book? Well, the book itself has more detail of it. Like if you've got any problems, you just use it. Anyways, I am going to head off, and I'll see you next time. So yeah.